McCain is on the road, how do you get the speeches to him? Because we know he doesn't use computers, so how do you actually, communicate?
Well, you can't blame him for not using computers.
No.
But no, John likes to do all his communicating via carrier pigeon.
Carrier pigeon. Does that work?
Oh, absolutely. Although, lately we've been having a problem with Sarah Palin shooting them down. That is one crazy bitch. One crazy bitch. One crazy bitch. One crazy bitch. Crazy bitch.
And now, the man who can charm a chicken into deep frying itself, your host, Dominic DeMarco.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another fabulous Wednesday. It's hump day, so we should all get naked and hump each other. Except I'm only humping my girlfriend because, well, I'm straight and I'm loyal. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I roll. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can Skype in Lee right now. That's the Skype noise. And that's the Skype calling thing. There he is.
Yep.
Lee?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Thank God. Something finally works. Oh, boy. So, how you doing?
I could be doing better.
Why, what's the matter?
But I can't complain.
Are you all right?
It's just one of those days, man. Like it's like one of those revolving doors of bullshit after bullshit after bullshit.
Why, what happened today? Give me like a specific.
Well, I really can't go too much in detail, but in a nutshell, I thought I took care of one incident. It escalated into something much bigger, and it turned out that the incident I was trying to fix in the first place was already there even before I got involved with it, if that makes any sense.
It makes no sense at all.
Good example. I'll give you a scenario. It's, let's say, for instance, you meet a girl, right?
Okay.
All right, and you guys hit it off, and everything works out perfectly. But she has a little bit of a past that she doesn't really tell you about, and you don't really care to know because, you're only focused on what you guys got going on now. But her past decides to show up anyway, uninvited, and now you got to deal with that and the fact of her trying to explain why her past and getting involved with your current situation with her. And so now you got two problems on your hand versus the one you were trying to avoid in the first place, which was dealing with her past.
So is this an ex-girlfriend and then you guys met up and now she has a boyfriend and you want to get back with her but you can't because she has a boyfriend?
No, I was using that scenario as an analogy. I know that makes probably no sense, but I really can't describe exactly play by play what happened. Unfortunately, it's just.
Is it out of respect to the other person that you can't?
I'm sorry.
Is it out of respect to the other person that you can't go into detail?
It's not so much out of respect to the person. It's a police matter, and unfortunately, I really can't discuss it on air. Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean, that scenario probably made no sense. But basically, it was one problem that I thought had nothing to do with the first initial problem. Somehow, the past came in this whole scenario. Now I got to deal with both things at the same time, and it's like I don't fucking feel like doing it. I don't feel like dealing with it.
Yeah.
But yep, you know how it goes. I mean, like I said, it's not as bad as it probably sounds. It's just, you would think by now I'll be used to, being left in the dust or being put in situations where you have to kind of just think on your toes, at that point in time.
Right.
But it's like it never ceases to amaze me that even when you think you have certain things fairly under control, there's always something outside your personal control that's going to completely destroy it or fuck it up entirely. So it's like you got to find yourself starting all over again.
See, that's what I talked about the other night when you weren't on the air. That we don't have control of our lives. We just have permission.
Yeah.
If nature wants to get you, she's going to get you.
That's true.
You still sick?
Nah, it's just a bad cough.
Oh.
So it'll probably subside by Friday or Saturday. Who knows? But by Friday you're off anyway. So
yeah. Well,
so
at least we're not in person, so I can't get sick, from you.
that's true. That's true. I think I was told that I'm able to pass it on, but I can't carry. I can't get it from anybody else. I'm a carrier.
Oh.
I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those people, actually. I can't never get sick from anybody else, but if I get sick, I can pass it on as fast as I want.
Yeah.
That's why usually when I am sick, I can't even go to I haven't been to the gym because of this crap. It's bothering me.
How often do you go to the gym?
Usually right now, 4 times a week for the first 6 weeks, and then the next 6 weeks after that, 3 times a week.
Do you have a trainer, or you just do it yourself?
I do it myself because don't get me wrong, trainers are great, but I think they're really intended to somebody who has zero knowledge of fitness as a general, or they have a really specific goal that they want to reach, and they just need that extra push. But for somebody who just they kind of got a general understanding, and they're not doing anything stupid,
right.
you really don't need a trainer.
So what kind of? I saw a couple pictures on your Facebook, and you're kind of buff looking. So what's your routine? Do you do just weights or?
It's a before it became popular. You ever heard of CrossFit?
I don't think so. No.
Oh well, a CrossFit's in the simplest way possible. It's really making you use your own physical body weight as best way possible. So you're using more of free weights. What's another really popular thing? It's a lot of basic exercises, but it basically engages your whole body instead of working on one isolated. Some people go to the gym, they work on their chest or their stomach or their back, where maybe one exercise in CrossFit will be working your chest, back, arms, shoulders, all that shit in one shot.
Okay, yeah, I never knew the name of it, but I saw it on YouTube, and I see actors doing that kind of workout. Where they're you're doing 6 body parts in one motion. Right. Yeah.
A big thing that is big over there. They have gymnastic, suspension rings, the ones they use in gymnastics.
Yeah.
There's ones that are pretty low, and they got ones where you have to kind of tip yourself up. They have different level bars. Most of the weights are already pre set up for you. So when you go get a barbell, you can either put the plates on yourself, or they have ones that are built with the plates and the physical weight, so you just kind of know what to grab on that particular exercise. But me, my goal right now is to get a little bit bigger than I already am. Actually, not too big, but more in a fitness model versus a bodybuilder. I don't want to basically what's the ideal size. You've seen you ever seen the movie The Dark Knight?
Yeah. I mean the first one with the guy that died. What's his name?
Heath Ledger, right?
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, I don't know the person's real name is Michael Jai White, but his character was Gamble. He was that one gangster in there.
The one with the hood?
No, not him. No, Gamble was remember the scene? They're all in the. It looks they're all sitting around that round table, and he walks in and introduces himself and kind of busts their balls about having group therapy sessions in broad daylight and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the one guy was give me one reason why I shouldn't have my boy over here rip your head off.
Yeah.
That guy.
Okay.
Yeah, him. He's actually trained in 7 different degrees of martial arts in real life.
Wow.
So, and there was one, but basically, if you ever get a chance to see, him and his physical size, that's where I'm trying to be at, which, I weigh 220 now. I'm trying to be at least at 250, 260 top.
Damn. And you're all solid muscle? You don't have any fat on you or anything like that?
Oh, no, I have at least 15% body fat. Actually, I lie about 20 now because I've been kind of fucking up, but that's not bad, though, considering.
Damn.
So, most like I said, most of it's just in the obvious areas, I should say. But And then like I said, and really, like I said, even for you, like if you were trying to get like into fitness, it's not anything like if people, I guess, complicate it more than they have to.
Yeah.
I think honestly, like whether you're an enthusiast or whatever the case is, or you honestly need to lose weight or whatever it might be, it's not as difficult as it is. Like if you think about it, like in the old, I don't say olden times, but I guess think about like 15, 20 years ago when like proteins and all these hyped up, exercise videos weren't a big deal.
Yeah.
Guys and girls collectively who worked out didn't really give a shit about that stuff. They went in there with a fundamental plan and just did their thing, and that was it.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
that's all.
Are you juicing?
Hell no.
Oh, good.
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the idea passed a couple times, but like, nah, it's not worth it. Because the problem with that is, and I met a few people who did, aside of the stereotypical things that happen, it fucks you up your muscles permanently.
Yeah.
Like, you just won't be the same after you get off it, from what I understand. And, one of my managers I used to work with at a gym used to be like a big time, juicer. And, he obviously stopped because he settled down, he had kids, so forth and so on. But he said it himself, like after he fucking like officially quit and stopped and had to like go through therapy and shit for it.
Yeah.
His body just was not the same. Like he could still like, if he had to go in there and really like get it in and work it out, he could, but his body won't develop the same structural, physical look that it would if you did it in a normal manner, because you basically speeded up the process that your body can't handle.
Right.
And you forcefully took it away at the same time. So.
Okay, the first 6 weeks you work out 4 days. So like, take me through your routine. Like the first day of that week, what's your routine?
It's a 6 week. It's usually a 12-week program, but I'm not really. I don't really feel like doing that. So in the first 2 weeks, it's a push-pull method. Push-pull basically means just what it sounds like. Any free weight or machine driven that's physically push or pull upper body, lower body, I focus on primarily in the first 2 weeks. I do 50-50 split, which basically means I do an X frame. Because my purpose is to get an X frame, which means you want to have an even proportion from top to bottom. Like you'll see these guys that have these humongous, like, upper bodies, but they're like got these skinny ass like torso, like these skinny ass waist, these skinny ass legs, and nothing. So me, I was trained to do X frame training, which is just basically evening it out. You have to work your legs. You got to do everything pretty much.
So are you trying to be like Schwarzenegger in his prime, but not that big, where he was like all proportionate?
Yeah, not that big. I don't think I can ever really get that big. I don't know if I can get that big.
He was taking major steroids back then. I even looked at his routine. He would do 4 sets of all right, his bench press alone in about 3 hour workout, he would bench press 4 sets of 15, then 4 sets of 8, then 4 sets of 10, and then all the way down to 8 and then 6. But each had 4 sets, so he's doing probably 20 sets just for chest.
Yeah, and it's called drop. People refer to that as drop weight or drop setting weight.
Oh, okay.
But what it is, you start off with your level, or what you call your max bench.
Yeah.
In your max bench, you're not really supposed to you should never go that hardcore in your warm up. Your warm up is supposed to be just a bar, or the bar with maybe like a 25 plate on each side, and that's really light. Like 8 reps of that twice, a quick 30-second to 60-second rest, and then you get into your routine from that point. You can either gauge up or gauge down. It really depends on your plateaus.
Yeah.
Because everybody, for those who do it, I guess some people assume your body has a plateau method. I've never really encountered that, but I guess it depends on what it is that you're doing. So
I just want to look good naked.
I'm sorry?
I just want to look good naked.
I think that's everybody's reason for wanting to work out. That, and plus the compliments don't kill, man. And
I mean,
if you ever get the privilege to well, you have a girlfriend, so I guess I really can't throw it out there. But
that's why I want to look good naked. I want to look good naked for her. I mean, my girlfriend's Latina, so she's got the body of a goddess. And when I get naked, it looks like a hefty trash bag filled with jelly.
Oh wow! Way to make yourself feel better.
Yeah, I know. Nah, I mean, I do keep in good shape as much as I can. Like I'm toning everything. I lift weights. I box. I do the rubber band thing. So, I'm not like big, but I'm toned, and I take wheatgrass every day. I drink orange juice. I have a pretty good diet. So.
Well, I mean, and that's really, really all it boils down to. Like every time I'm either on like some of the websites or the bodybuilder, there's like one called bodybuilder.com, which is like an open forum.
Yeah, I go on there. I read their forums. That's where I buy my protein powder from.
Yeah, so like sometimes you'll see some of the members on there, like the really hardcore ones that's in the forum all the time. Dude, some of the shit they fucking like eat and some of the shit like they'll do in there, like there's one guy, I forgot where he's from, but like he's one of those people like who like to take pictures of everything, and I'm talking about like from what he eats to where he works out. Well, one day he had a whole, it was 1 week. Sorry, it was one consecutive week. Because somebody asked, what's his meal plan consist of, and he just basically said, I can't really type it. I'll just take pictures. And he shows individual pictures. His whole between his two refrigerators, everything's individually packaged and proportioned like the way he is throughout his day, like his meat.
So he like rations it out, like
Oh yeah.
Like how like crazy people ration out their pills that they take every day. You just pop open a little thing, just take them all. He does like meals.
Right, because what it is because the purpose here is aside of you trying to sustain, your mass and your physical body weight and your tone and definition, you also have to make your body get used to eating smaller portions because over time, and that, I mean, this is not for everybody either because some people genetically can just fucking eat food all day and not gain an ounce. Like I've seen people who are like skinny as a pole and can put more food away bigger than somebody who weighs 400 pounds and not gain an ounce.
Right.
So I think, but for some people who kind of have that fluctuation where
bitches, go ahead.
Yeah, some people, like I said, can do that, but others they have to get their body into the mindset of eating smaller portions. Like I personally can't do that 5 or 6 meal thing a day. It's not so much about the time; it's just I don't fucking feel like doing it. And ultimately, you wind up spending probably about more money to do that versus fundamentally eating better foods throughout the day versus.
Yeah, that's a good point because food's expensive.
Fuck yeah, it is. And then if you go to the organic route, which seems to be the big trend now, I mean, it's not really a trend, it's always been big, but if you go that fucking route, which makes no sense to me because it's organic, it costs more.
Yeah.
You would think that the preservative shit would actually cost more versus the non-organic stuff, but apparently it's reverse. Kind of like our economy.
Yeah, I mean, you just made a good point. I mean, it's like you said, it takes more to preserve food.
Exactly, and that's cheaper.
But, I mean, that's why I get mad at, like, Michelle Obama and everybody else that goes on TV and preaches, our kids eating good and healthy and all that stuff. But it costs money. You got to bring the price down.
Well, tell that to the motherfucking farmers and distributors and everybody else involved in that process. Oh, and the best people, I love them to death, and I'm not being sarcastic, is the vegan crew.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I give them high fives every time I see them.
Really? They don't have the strength to give you a high five. They're so weak and frail.
Oh, man. Well, you know how they say you should try things just to try it, and if you really don't, it's not your thing, then, don't do it.
Yeah.
I tried some vegan food, and I was like, I think the first thing we tried was, it looked like mashed potatoes. So I was like, oh, sweet, I can eat this. So I stick my fork in, and as soon as I put it in, what I thought was mashed potatoes, it like sinks and engulfs the whole entire fork. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And the girl was like, oh, that's yeast. I'm like, wait, like yeast? Like what? Like dough? She's like, it's cooked. It's dough. It's like raw dough, but it's just warm raw dough.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck can you eat this? And she goes into this whole spiel, and I guess in some countries who don't have a lot of, natural resources or food, they will use this as a temporary, get by, if you will, till they actually get a better source of food in the meantime. So it's supposed to fill you up and it digests so slowly in your system that your body won't think you're starving yourself.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things.
Well, did you ever hear of a restaurant in Philly called Horizons?
I think. No, actually, I mean, the name sounds familiar, but I could be. There's probably another place I'm thinking of. But where is it?
There's one in Willow Grove, but then there's one right in Philly on South Street. And
right, that's what I was thinking too. I was thinking of one on her right. I think there was one on her south, like so 6th South. Or is it further up?
It could be. I don't know. It could be. Well, it's around there. It's either like between 3rd and 6th, but it's off of South Street.
Right. Because there's a couple places down there. But yeah, go ahead. What about
But it's completely vegan, 100% vegan, and the food is unbelievable. I mean, the creations that these people come up with, because it's all original creations. And they have one thing, I don't know what it's called, but if I didn't tell you that it's not a steak, you wouldn't guess that it's not a steak. You would actually think that you're eating steak.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's incredible what these people do. But that's the only time I ever liked vegan food.
Well, it reminds me. See, the moment you said that, that reminds me of that one scene from Peter Pan when they're all like at the dinner table and like there's nothing there, but like they're like you can smell it and taste it, but you gotta imagine how it looks or tastes.
I've never seen Peter Pan.
You serious?
I swear to God.
Like with Dustin Hoffman and Robin Williams, you never seen that one?
Never. I mean, I heard of it, but I just never seen it.
Did you watch Beetlejuice?
Oh yeah, that I've seen a few times.
If you can watch Beetlejuice, you can totally watch that.
Really?
I think it was done by the same. No, was it? Yeah, it was done by the same. Was it the same director? I thought it was Tim Burton. Could be wrong.
Well, I know Tim Burton did Beetlejuice. But I don't know. Wasn't Spielberg the other one?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it was. It was Spielberg. I think it was. You're right. It was Spielberg. But yeah. Anyways, it just reminds me you said that because it's like there's certain foods that taste like something like as long as you don't tell the person what it is, they'll still eat it because it tastes like something that they're used to.
Yeah.
Like you didn't say dog shit, right? Oh God, really? But yeah, that's my and like I said, I've been slacking. I mean, I need to get my ass back in the gym. What I'm really waiting for, honestly, is to the fucking resolutioners get out of there.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Because usually, you give it about a month, and then slowly but surely they start dying off. Like, oh, can't make it today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit here and eat my yogurt, my Go-Gurt. Go-Gurt. That's like the best product ever.
I never had, but I want to try it. It looks good.
But I don't know.
Do you have a 6-pack?
Did I lose you?
I'm here. Can you hear me? Oh, boy. Oh, when is Spreaker going to get a phone number? You know, if Spreaker came up with a phone number, and Spreaker's the site that I broadcast from, but you guys are probably listening to it on Facebook or DominicDeMarco.com. But Spreaker's the actual site that we broadcast from. It's where the show's coming from live that allows me to broadcast to you guys. And I swear to God, if they just get a call-in number, I'll subscribe to it. I don't care what it is a month. Just get the goddamn number. See, now that's the other thing. You just heard the Skype hang up again. Lee's trying to call in, and it's just not working. I'm going to try to call him now. All right, that's the calling sound. It's a little loud, but you there?
I have no idea what happened.
I have no idea. It's Skype.
Dom, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Oh, man. Oh, well. I'm going to try to call him back again. Jeez, that thing's loud. Lee?
Hello?
Lee? Lee?
Hello?
I can hear you. You know what? I'm going to text him right now.
The microphone got disconnected or something? I can't.
Nope, it's on. Alright. I'm texting Lee right now, and I'm sorry about this, but again, we're amateurs. We're not getting paid for it. We're just people in our houses. I can hear you. How do you spell you? Y-E-W, right? I can hear you. My mic is on. Oh, okay. He's trying to call now. Let me try to... Okay. Lee? Lee? I don't understand this. What am I going to do? I have to do the show by myself now? Come on. I'm trying to think, who do I blame more, Spreaker or Skype? Didn't Microsoft buy Skype? And before it worked, and now it's just kind of crap? I think I heard that before. Somebody, I think it was Microsoft. They bought Skype for like $8 billion or something like that. If you're going to make that kind of investment, wouldn't you want it to work? Try calling me one more time, Lee says. He just texted me. Okay. I'm going to try right now. See, what I would do is I would tell Lee to call my cell phone, and then I'd put it on speaker. And this way, you guys can hear him and everything. But I don't know if he's going to be able to hear the sound effects and stuff. And I need him on the show with the sound effects. Alright, I'm trying to call him. It says calling with this obnoxiously loud noise. Lee.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Lee?
I don't know what's going on with my mic. Hold on one second. Hang up.
Did you just say hold on? Did Lee just say hold on? I'm going to hang up? Isn't that kind of backwards? I can hear you. I don't know. I think, you know what? I'm going to try this for the last 3.5 minutes of this first half hour. If I can't get him on the show through Skype, I think for the second half hour, I'm going to tell him to call my cell phone. And I'm just going to put him on speaker. And if it works, great. If not, I mean, I don't know what else to do. Oh, man. He said, but I can't hear you. Not sure what's going on. All right, you know what? I'm just going to say, do you want to call my phone? Do you want to call my phone now? Sorry, people. I know this is boring. There's a lot of stuff to talk about and everything, but again, we're two people in a house on a laptop. Well, not together. Oh boy. Well, last night's show was pretty good. And the first 20 minutes of this show was interesting. He says, your cell phone? Yes. Alright, I just told him, yeah, call my cell phone. Maybe I should play a song. Should I play a song? I think I'm going to play a song. I told Lee, yeah, call me, and now Lee says, yeah, I'm calling now. With 1.5 minutes left of this first half hour. He says, yeah, there he is. Lee? Lee?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got you on speaker now.
That's fine. It might have some feedback through the mic, but it should be enough. It should be all right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. I could hear you crystal clear.
Yeah, I couldn't hear any feedback on my end. I don't know if it was my phone or what. Man, my phone's been not my phone, but the Skype's been acting like that lately for me on my laptop and on my phone.
Oh.
So I don't know what's up. I have a shitty internet connection, so that could be part of it.
Well, I mean, again, we're amateurs, so this happens.
Are you setting up the second portion of the system now, or what's up?
Yeah, in about, I don't know, 30 seconds, I'll be doing it.
Oh, so you're still in the air?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
And well, the whole time, I inform people when you're not on the show of, like, what I was doing. Like, we're texting each other, trying to figure out the Skype problem, so.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that, man.
But if this Spreaker company would just get a call-in line, just that, it would just make all the problems go away.
I agree. I totally agree with you there. But, you know, it's free, so you get what you pay for.
Yeah, you're right. But, all right, first half hour is over. We'll be right back.